My name is Gloria and I'm from West Dallas. Our organization is shaping positive changes in our city by providing empowerment, resources, tools, and support to students so that they can break the generational cycle of poverty that thrives in the community. The why behind our organization is with 17,000 kids in the West Dallas neighborhood alone needing help, needing resources and support. That's why TRM exists, so that we can provide those possibilities for them in the hopes that they will empower them, it will support them, and they will believe in their dreams, achieve them, and be able to thrive. My story with TRM began back in 1985, 1986 as a first grade student. My family was looking for a place that would be able to help us since my parents couldn't help us academically with anything. The language was a barrier for them, and also the culture. So they found TRM to be able to help us with that. I remember just not knowing anything and being welcome into the place and receiving a lot of the support that they were able to provide. But frankly, my story goes a lot further with them. If it wasn't for TRM, I really wouldn't have a place to call home. I actually grew up in a large household, 3-bedroom household with over 50 plus kids at some time. And the challenge with getting support, getting meals, getting help with your homework that wasn't happening. So coming to TRM, it really was able to provide me not only a place, a safe place, but a meal for sure, and also a place for the rest of us to come, because we were a big family. And so if it wasn't for that support that they were able to give to our parents, I think they would have been more stressed out. So even though I had a great family, my family was burdened with the struggles of poverty. My dad had to work long hours. My mom had to work to be able to provide. Both of their incomes were necessary. So we grew up having to raise ourselves, having to take place and having to take ownership. So that independence, empowerment through TRM helped us to really make it through. So this is why I'm part of TRM, because I know that the help that they provide goes beyond the academic and the social emotional. It goes to be able to provide just basic opportunities for a safe space, a place where you can ensure that you're going to have a meal. And when you grow up with those limited resources, that plays a bigger value than you think. So TRM to me means so much more for those reasons and more, because we are a family, and what we provide goes beyond just the basic level. It goes to truly help and support the holistic child, because I know that's what it took to help me. The biggest way we can help as a city is providing money, time, resource, and relationships.
That was loud.
To do the work that we do to be able to support the community, the city can help us by being able to provide, most importantly, volunteers. Those are the most impactful pieces of a child's life. However, it also takes money to be able to do the service that we do. Because we work with low resource families, all of our services are free to them, but that means that we depend highly on individual donations and contributions from outside corporations and foundations. So with those kind of things, it's always important to build those 4 things. Share our story. Share with people what we do so that we can continue to have that support. One of my recent stories that I love was actually a text that I got from one of our students that graduated 2 years ago. And he sends me a text and simply starts out with, "Hey, I miss you and wanted to let you know that I'm applying for a master's program." When he said that, it really just hit home, because it's really what we're trying to do. Seeing him as the second in his family, not only to have completed his bachelor's in 2 years, overcome such barriers with health, and in living in a community that really is very challenged. To hear him say, "I know I've just graduated a year ago with my bachelor's, but I want to go back and finish my master's," it just really hit home. Because when I think back at how he got started with us, this shy kid, this very reserved kid that ended up becoming a spokesperson for us, and then eventually went off to Ohio for college and took on that challenge of going away from home, being the first to do that. And then now talking about how he's going to finish his master's and he's going to come back and is working for a marketing firm. That just really shows the passion that the kids come out with, and also the work that we do. So it really hits home with me when I see that the kids are thriving outside of what we do, and that's really what we're trying to achieve. So it makes me incredibly happy. At TRM, we celebrate our students' graduations the first Sunday in June, and that is called Mission Possible. So that is the one biggest day of celebration for all of our senior classes. But also we celebrate when we get great news, when we get kids being accepted into college, when we have the new kindergarten class come in. And so there's all kinds of celebrations. We celebrate when our parents accomplish something, when we do our count of volunteers. I think that's what it really takes. So we're always celebrating. I think that's our biggest excuse, and it's always a good thing when you have many reasons and excuses to do so. At TRM, we strive to be the Ivy League of nonprofits. What I love the most about TRM is that we are literally a big family. Everyone that comes through our doors joins that, and just like any family, we have our good side and we have our bad side, but it keeps it entertaining. I think the most unique thing about TRM is the relationships that we built. We've been able to go through different generations and decades and sustain relationships, grow new relationships, create a culture of relationships, and sustain that level of community in the neighborhoods that is pretty much diminishing all around us. So I think that is the one thing that makes us very unique. As a student, my biggest challenge with TRM was believing that I could achieve the dreams that I had. As CEO, because I know the value and the importance of those dreams, it's more of dealing with the challenge of the responsibility and the pressures that come with that, and ensuring that each kid truly is able to believe in their dreams and achieve them. That's my biggest challenge, and that's what I'm trying to make sure happens for these kids. At TRM, our short-term goals is to sustain the quality of programs that we provide to the community and to ensure that we take care of our staff and our volunteers and continue to grow our community and relationships. Long-term goals would be to ensure that TRM has a permanent home, a place where they can deliver their services to the kids and continue to support the community. And one day we hope to be a model for other agencies and other neighborhoods to be able to have the same results and outcomes that we have. To get to TRM, I actually had to walk across different neighborhoods, cross La Bajada into Los Altos, which was about 15 blocks, just to get there and be able to get the services. But once you were there, it's definitely worth it. So West Dallas is known as the cradle to prison neighborhood, where you have a higher chance of ending up dead or in prison before the age of 14. And so crossing through the neighborhoods, dealing with high crime rates, high gangs, high drugs, it was really a challenge for us. We had to overcome the different pressures, the threats, and to try to get to a safe place. It was definitely a challenge for us every day, but we made it happen.
Okay.
Sweet.
Now